Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a fantastic day, and in today's episode, we are going to be building another farm. We've got a mob farm that produces all sorts of gunpowder and string and wonderful things. We have a cactus farm, and today I'd like to build a sugarcane farm. I think it's overdue. So there was a live stream earlier today, and during the live stream, we dug out, well, a pretty big area. Probably a bigger area than we actually need, actually. This is the future location of said sugarcane farm. I've got a couple things marked out, and we're going to work on this in today's episode. I've done all the digging already. But I have a plan, and I like the plan, and I think it's going to be a great plan, and it will work really well. Now, let me start right off the bat by saying this sugarcane farm is probably not going... Well, I'm telling you right now, it's not the best, the greatest, the most efficient, the fastest, the most optimized sugarcane farm that you could possibly build, okay? Not by space efficiency requirements, not by resource efficiency requirements, not any of those sorts of things, okay? However, when I do redstone-y things, when I do technical things, I like to make them look good, and I think this sugarcane farm will look good. I have a plan, I think it's going to be really cool, and I think you guys are going to like it. So I just want to get that out of the way. I know there's going to be comments that are going to say, you should build so-and-so's farm instead. It's so much better. And you know what? You're right. It's so much better. But this is the design that I came up with on my own. And I want to build my design because the thing with redstone builds is, right, when it comes to technical builds, you're never going to get better at technical builds if all you ever do is look at tutorials and other people's designs and just copy them block for block. Sometimes you have to come up with your own designs, and maybe they won't be the best. But I think it's better to come up with something on your own if you can, and, put it into practice, and that's how you get better over time. Just like with building, when it comes to building good-looking things, the only way you get better is by practicing and kind of coming up with your own style. So without further ado, let's get into this thing. I've got some resources here, and I think we're going to start with some grass blocks right here, okay? And then behind that, let's say here, I'm not going to do the entire sugarcane farm on all on camera. That would be insane. But we're going to do one module. And basically this is going to consist of 3 layers of modules, and each, the length is 11 modules long. Okay? So that's basically how this is going to work. Now I need to think for a minute. Yeah. This will be fine. Okay. And actually, this block back here isn't going to be visible. So rather than using like wood or stone or something, or rather than using like wood, let's just do some stone back here. Because you're not going to see this, right? This is going to be invisible to you. So we'll do that. And then let's grab a water bucket right here. Do I have another water bucket? Yes, good. All right, let's do that. And actually, right here, let's make an infinite water source. There we go. Now, our cactus farm is just on the other side of this wall. So I need to make sure that I have enough space over here for all the redstone bits. I should be fine. But we want to make sure that we've got the space we need. Okay, let's see. Now, next step, we need... Oh, and actually, I need my redstone shulker box as well. Let's just put that right here. And then I totally forgot to grab slime blocks. I knew I forgot something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So let's grab... Wow, I have so much random useless stuff. So this is where the sugarcane is going to go, right here, okay? Behind the sugarcane, There we go. We are going to put some oak leaves because they're not movable, right? You can't move oak leaves with pistons. Okay. And then I think we'll go... Maybe dark oak planks? Right here? Like that. And that could work. And then behind those, we would put slime blocks, like so. But behind those, we need to put pistons. So let's see, slime blocks here, pistons there. Okay, so we're going to go like so. Grab ourselves... Oh, they're in my inventory. Here we go. Let's just make half a stack of sticky pistons. We don't need that many, actually. We only need one sticky piston per level, which is not too terrible. But we could do something like that, okay? And then, just to make sure, if I put a lever right there, those will expand and retract, and they will push the sugarcane out and then back, okay? And down here, this is ultimately going to be like a water stream of some sort, okay? Now, we need to be careful when we do this. I'm thinking this right here will be dark oak as well, right? And we'll probably go up to there. We need to make sure that when we do this, just looking at this, maybe we'll go like this, and then this down here would be the water stream that carries everything where it belongs. So maybe we would do something like that, perhaps, or maybe a stair down there or something. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever. But you get the idea. The water would carry everything that way, okay? So, let's make sure when we flip that and pull it back, it doesn't catch any other blocks. And it doesn't seem to, so that is good. Okay, now, I'm thinking right here and right here. This is how we're going to do the lighting in here, I think. Here we go. We'll grab a little bit of glowstone, maybe put a glowstone there and there. And that should be good, I think. And then up here, this would be the next level, right? So it's a modular system. Basically, it's stackable, and it should work. And then we'll just have to wire up the pistons and everything to a clock. But we'll get something like this. There will also be glass right here, I'm thinking. And we'll probably say... probably something like this. And then the glass will go here. That way there's still a little bit of depth. Is kind of what I'm leaning towards for each of these little sections. Although that's still going to be a little derped up. Because we need it to be 3 blocks between. So, like, we do that, right? And then we'd break this out. Next one would go here. We go like a so. We put more water back here. So fill those up. One there, one there. Next row of sugarcane. Behind said sugarcane, we put leaves so that the pistons can't move them. Here we go. Planks. We'd probably do this guy. Probably right here, actually. Would be the next sticky piston. And then slime blocks. Like so. Right? And then, if these were connected up, if we had, let's just use these temporarily, right? If we did something like that, is there a ghost block here? Must have been. That's a weird spot. Okay, whatever. I didn't realize I actually had a block there at any point. But then, if we bring this down here, you can see those will both fire when it receives a redstone signal. So that's basically the idea of the farm. We're going to have per layer 22 modules. That will be just over a stack of sugarcane breeder plants per level. And we're going to have 3 levels of this farm, which will all be pretty much identical. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to work on. Actually, and I just realized that this will actually have to go up one, because we need a spot to put the water. And we'll need to do that in such a way that we make sure it doesn't mess up any of the redstone. So, like, if I put it here, yeah. Okay, so let's just double check this one more time. We do that. That comes back. All right, I think this is good. So, I'm going to get a whole bunch of these modules in place. Let's do it as a time lapse. All right, guys, I am back, and including the time lapse, it is probably about 3 hours after that last clip where we last spoke, but we've made some major progress. I've got this side in place and this side in place. It's not wired up yet. I don't have the redstone wiring in place yet, which is fine, but I want to do a little bit of decorative stuff. Kind of get the aesthetics of this whole thing figured out. So I've got some glass here, and here's what I'm thinking. Actually, this is going to be a floor. Here we go. So the glass is going to go at this level, right? And then what we'll do, let's just get a couple of materials here. We'll go up, and we'll build the glass up basically as high as the farm. To right here, I think. Yeah, let's go to right there for now. Then down here, we're going to take these kind of like individual wall sections and bring these up. And this is going to kind of section off each module. It's going to help hide that glowstone back there, which I think is good. And it's also going to give us a little bit of depth in the wall right here as well, which I think is also good, right? So it'll be something like this. And then we'll do the same on each of those. And then let's take a look. Once we get this in place, let's take a look and see what we think of this look. I don't know what I want to do for the ceiling yet of the farm, but we'll figure that out. It'll be okay. So let's see. There we go. Okay. So that should be good. Let's take a look down here. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So that will grab any sugarcane that hits the glass. It'll drop straight down and into a water stream right here. Now, the other reason we're doing these walls is so that we can have our water stream all on one level. Because, I mean, obviously, and a lot of you guys mentioned this when I was making the cactus farm as well. You're like, you don't need to lower the water stream. You can just use one water stream and do slabs, right? And that's true. However, there is a little bit of a caveat to that. Let's grab, I know I've got, there we go, packed ice. So here's the deal, right? If you put slabs in here, and actually, you know what? I just realized there's one other thing I'm going to need as well, and that is regular ice. Like so. Okay. So basically, if you put regular slabs in here, or you put, oh, there seems to be a large hole in the floor right there. That's a poor place for that. Oh, and there's another one. Man, this, okay. We'll work it out. We'll just have to be a little bit careful. That's fine. There we go. Okay, so if you do slabs, all on one level, it works. Like stuff will still land in the water streams, but the thing is, there's a chance that some of those items could fall on top of the slab, and then you're in a position where basically that item is never going to end up where you want it to go, right? But if we do it this way, and I don't know for sure that I actually want the water stream to flow this way just yet, but you can see if I toss these in here, these will just keep going, and that's what we want. So that's basically, that's the plan. I don't know yet which direction I want the water to flow, so I'm not going to worry about it too, I'm not going to go super crazy and get all the water streams in until I have the rest of this figured out, but I will get the packed ice and these dark oak slabs in first. All right, guys, I am back, and I've made some significant progress. We have all the glass in place, all the walls in place, all the water streams are in place. I've decided they're all going to flow this way to a collection point down here, and we're going to have 6 double chests to store all the sugarcane in. I think that is probably the most I will ever need at any given time. So we should be good, and I'll probably have leftovers. I have a feeling this farm is going to produce a lot more sugarcane that I'm going to use personally, so we'll be able to give some away to some of the other hermits as well, which is always a good thing. But we still have some things left to do. We need to wire up all the redstone so that these actually, fire. And then we also need to figure out the collection system. So I'm thinking the items will go down these water streams on either side. They're going to come over here, and then I'm thinking right here we're going to have an item elevator that will bring them up not very high. It's only going to bring them up to right about here or so, like where the ceiling is right there. And then we'll split them this way, and they'll go to the chests right here. I think that's basically going to be the plan. Out of curiosity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually, I could line this up. I think maybe I should put my item elevator over here. I was going to put it right in the middle, but now I'm thinking about it. We'd want the water stream to come down and across so that it would do one full row of chests and then the second full row of chests. So maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then I've also figured out how I'm going to wire this up as far as the clock. We're going to use an etho hopper clock and then an observer block. So yeah, I have a plan. Let me get some of the technical stuff done here, guys, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, guys, I am back. I've got it all wired up. I have it all wired up. It is working. It fired while I was setting it up because of the nature of the thing. So I was hoping to do the initial test all together with you guys, but it is working. It is good. And we're getting a ton of sugarcane. I don't actually have the clock running right now. I took the items out. But let me run you through the wiring here really quick. It's super simple, actually. The wiring here is very simple. Basically, on each side, we have a torch tower, and that torch tower goes up to a redstone line that runs all along the length of the pistons. Pretty easy. Nothing complicated there. This is just the repeaters are only there to boost the signal strength and make it go farther. But that's all going off a torch tower, right? Torch tower, and the same. It's the same on both sides, so I'm only going to go through one side. But then we have a line that leads to the torch tower, which is connected up to this ikezou hopper clock right here. And the thing about the hopper clock and a sugarcane farm, right, is that we don't want the pistons to stay extended when the redstone block is in the powered location, right? We want it to pulse and then retract right away. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to grow while everything is pulsing, and that's no good. So what I did is I made this really simple. I just put down an observer, ran it into a repeater for a slight bit of delay. Otherwise, what's going to happen is the pistons will extend for only one tick, and they'll leave a block behind, which isn't good. And then that runs to the torch tower. So that's it. It's that simple. It's super easy. So let's grab... I'm going to grab 16 stone and toss it in there just for demonstration purposes. And there you go. You can see them all fire, right? And then that will run the sugarcane all the way to the water streams, which will run it into this item elevator. If you want to see the item elevator... that's gonna end up in the thing. No. I do want to toss a bit more stone in here, though. I'm thinking, how much do we have? You know, we should probably measure this out properly. So let's do 1, 2, 3. 3.5 stacks? I think that should be good. Maybe 4.5 stacks. We'll do 4.5 stacks of items. That'll be plenty. That'll be a very long timer. Will take quite a while, and that means this thing will only fire every so often, which is good. But, yeah, if you want to see how to build the item elevator, it's the same one that I built in the episode where we built the cactus farm. Not my design. I'm not sure who designed it. It's one that I was shown by Nembon, who designed my mob farm for me. But, yeah, the sugarcane farm is functional. It is working. It's also really ugly. I mean, it's not that bad. You can tell that there is the intention of making it look good. It's just still a work in progress as far as the decorative aspect of it goes. But this thing is going to generate a ton of sugarcane for us. And we'll be able to come back probably next episode and finish up the aesthetic portion of it, making it look good. But there you have it. I am super excited. I feel like Mumbo. I've been building farms left and right. All the redstone stuff. Who am I? Yeah, I bet some of you are wondering, who are you and what have you done with Welsknight? Well, here I am. I am a redstone master. Actually, this is about the limit of my redstone abilities, so we won't talk about that. But anyway, guys, I am out of time for this episode. My friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.